Hi, Conley Clan fam. Well, it is the end of December, and that means it is time for grocery haul. So we have our end of the month of December grocery haul, and we have lots of good things for you guys this month. Hopefully I am able to save some money. Now, it's been kind of a toss-up on whether I save money or I go over budget, and so hopefully this is a good month, especially with Christmas and traveling and all that stuff this month. So one thing is for sure, I will definitely have some dinner ideas for you. It is the second week of groceries for December, and this is our HEB order. We're going to start over here with breakfast like we usually do. And I've got 3 things of eggs. I've got 2 cartons that have 1.5 dozen and 1 carton that has just 1 dozen. Last time I ran out of some eggs, and so I still have some items to make. Actually, I still have the English muffins to make egg McMuffins. So we're going to do that for a breakfast along with this sausage right here. That is a 26 value pack. So I also ran out of sausage too. So we didn't get to make our second round of English muffins. We're having them this week. We also are going to make just eggs and sausage, which I use the links usually when we are having just sausage on the side. So that is a 36 value pack of links. We're going to make sausage, links, and toast. So I have a bunch of bread over there. We are also going to make, and I already have the stuff for this one, quesadillas, breakfast quesadillas. We're having a lot of quesadillas. I was trying to get cheap meals, but I still spent a lot. Okay, so we're going to have quesadillas, breakfast quesadillas for one. We're going to have oatmeal. So I've got 2 jugs, 2-gallon jugs of milk and some old-fashioned oats. I do have some old-fashioned oats in my cupboard. So we will have oatmeal probably twice for breakfast. Also, I'm going to have just 1 day of toast. The kids love peanut butter toast, sometimes jelly toast, sometimes honey toast. We do all kinds of toast in the house. So I've got 5 loaves of our bread so we can make sure we have enough for toast. Then I grabbed some granola, honey nut granola. Gavin hates eating. He isn't liking food these days, and anything I can find that he will eat, I am getting. So he loves their granola, so I bought that box of granola just for him because he likes it so much. Now we are going to also, one last thing for breakfast is have muffins. I already have the stuff, so I don't have anything here I needed to set up, but I like when that happens, when I already have everything. So then I have lunches. We are going to do sandwiches, just a day of sandwiches, but I'm going to make mini sandwiches. So I've got actually 3 packages of the Sara Lee, and they are the sweet Hawaiian rolls. So 3 packages of those. Plus I've got some cheese here. I think I might still have some cheese in the fridge, but I've got mild cheddar and the Colby Jack. Then I've got several different kinds of lunch meat, the oven roasted turkey breast and the Black Forest ham. If the kids wanted to, they could probably use some of that also for just regular sandwiches on a day, because we'll probably end up having enough bread there to do that. But then with these little mini sandwiches, I want to have pretzels. So I got 2 kinds of pretzels. I've got just the mini twists here, and then I also have these pretzel rods that they had that I always love these, but I didn't know they even sold them there. So I found those and I'm like, yes, let's try those. And Christian has already eyed them and he already has said he wants them. So we may be opening that bag early. I've got some lettuce. I was going to have some salad. This is a pretty sad looking lettuce here. Tiny. There's not much to it, mostly air. But we could probably use that for sandwiches, but I was thinking maybe I would have a salad or 2 with that, but we'll see if that lasts. Then I've got a sweet potato here. We do make sweet potatoes for Logan. It is so much cheaper to make your own baby food. I can buy that sweet potato right there for about 50 cents, and I could make probably about 8 jars of baby food with that right there. So otherwise, if I buy the baby food, it costs me about 75 cents a jar, sometimes $1 a jar. And I'm like, man, I could spend that $1 and get 8 jars. So we are doing that. Now over here, we are also having one of Gavin's, actually we're going to have 2 of Gavin's favorite lunches. Sloppy Joes, that is one of them. So I've got the 2 pounds of ground beef there. I got a large can of the Sloppy Joe mix, and then I've got 16 hamburger buns here. So that will be for a lunch. And then also one of Gavin's other favorite lunches is meatball subs. So I have the 16 hot dog buns there, and then I also have the sauce here, just the traditional marinara sauce there, and a package of the meatballs. So this is a large package of those. So usually we are okay having just one bag. Then for an easy day for lunch, I've got some pizza snacks. Pepperoni, 90 of them in there, and so that should be enough. And actually buying that brand there, it was so much cheaper than the other brand. I think this is the Hill Country brand. Let me see there. Yes, I love that brand. Their stuff tastes just as good as the name brand, but it is so much cheaper. And then also for a lunch, because we are going to have a leftovers day and we're going to have a whatever you want day for lunch. And so I've got some chili with beans here, 2 cans, and that is for Gavin because I know 100% he will eat chili also. So that is for his whatever day if there's not something else he wants more. And with the leftovers, we've got the meatball subs and the Sloppy Joes, and I'm sure we will have plenty of that stuff for him to have as a leftover too. Here are my dinners, guys. So we are trying a few new things. One of them, and I know you see that ramen, and there have been several of you that have talked about using those noodles and then throwing away the seasoning packets and making your own. Well, if you can believe it, I had one of the kids send me a recipe that had it like that, and it was called sesame garlic ramen. So I've got a 24 pack. I just wanted to make sure I had enough noodles for everybody. And then I've got some toasted sesame oil, and then I have garlic over here that I'm using in another meal too. And so we are making sesame garlic ramen, and it looks really good. So we will see how that is. Then I've got 2 things of sour cream there. That is to go on, well, whatever we want, but also to go on our sheet pan quesadillas, they're called. And I saw this on another large family YouTube channel, and they look so good. And so I looked them up and found a recipe for them. So there is my 2 pounds of ground beef. I've got some salsa to go on there, 2 things of sour cream. I've got our large bag of cheese, which we will use on this and probably a couple other meals as well. I've got 2 packages of the burrito size tortillas because you need those to go on your sheet pan. Then I've got the taco seasoning. We are going to try making our own again, but I did buy these just in case I don't get that done. We are so busy during this time, during Christmas time, trying to get all the gifts done and wrap everything, and there's so much going on. So, and we are also going to leave at the end of the month to go back to Omaha for a little bit. Also, I've got 2 cans of the diced tomatoes with green chilies. That will go on our sheet pan quesadillas, and then some olives. So that stuff is for the sheet pan quesadillas. Then we are also going to grill. We have not done any grilling since we've been here this time, and Emma was asking about it. So I've got the frozen beef burgers there. I've got some hot dogs here, and I did get a bunch of buns. So I've got a 16 pack of hot dog buns here, and then a 16 pack of hamburger buns there. Another new dinner that we're going to try, and again, I think one of the kids sent this to me. It is called garlic parmesan pasta. It takes the angel hair pasta there. I have 2 packages of the angel hair pasta. I've got the 3 cheese parmesan. I've got the garlic here, which will also go in my ramen over there. And I like using this type of garlic, which is already cut up for me, and I don't have to do it myself. That is for that meal. And then another new meal is our cheesy potato sausage casserole. Okay, so I have the jalapeno cheddar smoked sausage, the original smoked sausage, the cream of chicken, 2 cans of cream of chicken here. And then over here, I had set these out I forgot that they went over here with this meal. The hash browns, and the hash browns actually go over here with this meal. So they will go in as the potatoes in the sausage casserole. That was a new one. That looks so good to me too. I can't wait to try that one because that one looked really yummy. All of them look really yummy, but this one I'm excited to try. Okay, another night of homemade pizza. I've got a large bag of the mozzarella cheese. We have pepperoni left over from last time, and so I didn't need to buy any pepperoni. And so we're going to have homemade pizza for a dinner. Then we are also going to have spaghetti. The kids just love having spaghetti. And it is one of those things where it's so easy and so cheap. So I already have the noodles. I already had 1 jar of this tomato, onion, and garlic sauce. So I only had to buy 1 more jar, which again, I tell you guys, I love when that happens. That means I didn't have to buy all the stuff because I had it. Snacks now. Snacks are over here. Behind this 1 bag of chips is 3 more bags of chips. So I've got 4 of the party-sized chips. We go through a lot of chips in this house. Sean loves eating chips. And then the kids just go right on it, and they love eating them with them. So we're all eating chips, usually as a snack right before dinner, which doesn't make much sense, but it is what we do, and it is almost becoming a tradition, and the kids love doing that. So for snack, I got some fruit and grain cereal bars, apple. I've got this creamy ranch dip here. I just wanted to try it and see what it tasted like. I usually make my own, and I was just curious to see what this one tasted like. So that could go with some of these chips here. Plus I got a nacho cheese, and that can go with the chips when we have them as snack, or some of the times the kids like having chips and cheese like for lunch, or they could have that if they don't like what we're having for dinner. Then we also have this applesauce. It's no sugar added. I like that kind, the unsweetened. So the kids like having that for a snack. I've got these animal crackers. Rosie said she's not really fond of these. She likes the Walmart ones better. She said these taste a little bit like lemon, but the kids seem to really like them. So I went ahead and got those. Then we have kittens now. So I bought some kitten food back here, and also we mix in the wet cat food with the dry cat food just to make sure they're eating it and that it's soft enough for them. So that is for our new kittens, our 6 new kittens. Then we've got some mandarin oranges, we've got some grapes, we've got some bananas. These could all be used for snack. I had also thought about cutting these up and putting them with my mini sandwiches and my pretzels to go with one of our lunches. But I've also been making banana baby food. So Logan, that is actually his favorite, is the banana baby food. So I will make some of that. I'll use some of these to make his baby food. And then I also made some applesauce for him. And so I've got 2 bags of the apples there. He really liked the applesauce too, but he loved the bananas. So for the bananas, I actually have 4 bunches of bananas. We go through bananas like crazy in this house, not only with the baby food. I can use 2 bananas and it will make 4 jars of baby food for me. But the kids just eat them up. They'll have several a day if they can. So these will not last us very long at all. I've got a ranch. We are all out. I've got a tomato ketchup here. That's a backup. I've got some honey mustard. Jade was wanting that. Hers is gone. I've got the relish, and this is because we're having a grill out night, and we like having that on our hot dogs and hamburgers. All-purpose flour, we go through a lot of that in this house. I've got some carrots here. This could be for the kids, or they have been liking giving carrots to the horses. We could also use some of the apples for the horses too for a snack. Brown sugar, I've got that for our oatmeal, and some powdered sugar. Emma asked me for that just because sometimes it will call for that in what she's baking. Now, one of you have mentioned making my own powdered sugar. I am going to do that at some point, probably after the holidays are over, because it's new to me and I always get a little intimidated. But I think the kids would have fun doing that too. Vanilla extract for a backup. The chili powder, I might be able to actually make my own taco seasoning again because I got a large chili powder this time. Vegetable oil, we were almost out. Some unsalted butter. I watched a video from a chef on how to make your own butter. I'm going to try it. It was so easy. And I just think it'd be interesting to try making our own. So I think Emma and I are going to do that. Some K-cups for our coffee in the morning. And then last on the counters is our dish soap. They had a limited edition azalea bloom. I love azaleas, and I thought that probably smells really good. So we are going to try that kind. I got 2 of them, so I'll have 1 as a backup. Down here I have my paper towels, my toilet paper, and my 3 jugs of water. That are for Logan's bottles. And this right here for the second week of December was $355.57. All right, here it is, our 3rd week of HEB order, and it is Christmas week, and we are leaving to go back to Omaha. So we are going to start here with breakfast. We tend to have similar breakfasts. I'm going to do eggs with sausage and toast. I'm going to do breakfast quesadillas. I still have tortillas in my cupboard. I had so many of them. I'm going to do oatmeal. So I already had the oatmeal. I just needed the milk. So there's that. And also we'll probably just do some toast one day to make it super easy for a breakfast. And if we needed another breakfast before we left, we already have the stuff for muffins. So we will make some of those, but I don't think we will need another breakfast. I think we're going to be good. Then for lunches, easy this time. So peanut butter and jelly. I have a jar of peanut butter there, just a small one to get us through, and some grape jam there. I do have a peanut butter in my cupboard still, but sometimes the kids like doing peanut butter toast for breakfast, so I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to run out. So peanut butter and jelly for a lunch. We're going to do grilled cheese. I had that as a request. So I got different cheeses. I already have what I refer to as the cheap cheese in my refrigerator. I got some provolone, that's Emma's favorite. I got some Colby Jack, that is the rest of the kids' favorite. And so we're going to do some grilled cheese sandwiches. So that is why you see I have 8 loaves of bread here. And that is why I have 8 loaves of bread, is because we're going to do sandwiches and a lot of toast. Then to go with those sandwiches, you have to have chips. So I've got Wavy Original, the baked potato, and the Wavy sour cream and onion. So with those 2 sandwiches, we will also do chips, and that should be enough to get us through 2 lunches right there. Then I have pizza bombs. We have not had pizza bombs in a really long time, and Emma said she'd like to make them. So we got 2 different packages of pepperoni. I still have just a tiny bit left in my fridge, but probably not enough to do pizza bombs for a lunch. So I got 2 of those. I've got 1 large block of mozzarella cheese. We will use probably just about that whole thing for the pizza bombs. And then Emma had wanted to make corn dogs. She made them one time, but we found a recipe that Isabella sent us that was mini corn dogs. And so I bought a big package of hot dogs, 24 hot dogs, and we are going to make mini corn dogs. And I think that will be fun to make. We already have the rest of the stuff in the pantry, so that is always nice. Then last, I've got a bunch of mac and cheese here. This is just in case we needed an extra lunch. Also, most likely what I'll use it for is when we get back. That way we already have a lunch in the pantry. Something other than ramen. We do have a bunch of ramen up there, but something other than ramen. And so I have 6 boxes of mac and cheese. That is what it takes for our family to have lunch. We usually do have a little bit of leftovers, and the kids will just eat that like the next day for a leftover lunch. Then dinners. Okay, they were out of my ham. So, and I know this, we are really close to Christmas time, and that is probably why. I'm going to see if they happen to have one in town in Refugio at their HEB. I was going to do ham and mashed potatoes. We're going to just get real simple and just have that for our Christmas dinner, because since we're leaving a couple days after Christmas, I didn't want to have a ton of leftovers, but I need to find that ham. So if I can't find it, I will get creative, and I am sure I will come up with something to have for a good dinner on Christmas night. Over here, I have Mexican pizzas. So there is my 50 pack of tortillas. That's what we always buy. That is why we always have a ton of tortillas in our pantry. I've got my 2 pounds of ground beef there. I've got some guacamole. I got some refried beans, some enchilada sauce, some sliced olives, and some diced tomatoes. Of course, a couple different packs of the seasoning, taco seasoning. 2 of these, I think I still have some in the pantry. I keep saying this every time, guys. I still haven't gotten around to making our own, and I probably won't until after Christmas sometime, till we get back from Omaha. This guacamole will also go over here for this meal too, which is going to be nachos. So for the nachos, I have 2 bags, 2 party-sized bags of chips. I've got the ground beef. I have the gourmet nacho cheese. Again, the diced tomatoes with green chilies, the olives, and this stuff in between goes for both the Mexican pizzas and the nachos. So that is 2 cartons of sour cream, a large bag of shredded mild cheddar, thick and chunky salsa, and some lettuce. So these items here, along with that guac over there, they'll go for both meals here. And then the kids requested homemade mac and cheese. It is one of their favorites. We haven't had it in probably about a month, so we are going to make that. So I've got the elbow noodles there. I got the large elbow noodles. I've got the easy melt cheese. I almost grabbed the queso one just to see. if it would give it any different flavor in our mac and cheese, but I went ahead and stuck with original. I've got the heavy whipping cream that goes in there. I think that's what helps make it taste so delicious. And then we will use some of that bag of cheese over there in the mac and cheese, and everything else I already had. Then if we happen to need another dinner, which I don't think we will, but if we do, Emma has requested to make French toast. I will use some of the bread over there to make our French toast, but I don't know if we're going to need another dinner. But it's nice to have those backups just in case, like, we end up staying an extra day or something happens. Now, snacks. I've got the 2 bags of party-sized chips with some nacho cheese there. That seems to be a lot of people's favorite now. Of course, it's my favorite, and then everybody else loves it too. So I've got the Townhouse crackers. They were out of the HEB brand, so they gave me those for a substitute. 2 apple bar boxes. Those are Christian's favorite. You can see he's already broken into one of those boxes over there because he just had to have one. The theater style popcorn, the red delicious apples, the bananas, which Christian's already had one of those too. Some mandarin oranges. A couple of these bananas I'm gonna use for Logan. That's his favorite, is bananas, and I had ran out, so we will make some of those for Logan too. And then just some of my extras that I needed. A tomato ketchup. I've got 2 bottles of ranch. I have some aluminum foil. That's just to get us through because I was completely out. We went to grill and I had this tiny little piece. I've got 2 of the all-purpose flours. We are going to make some cookies for Christmas, and so I needed some flour, and they are both 5-pound bags. I've got the unsalted butter that we're going to need for baking, so I actually got 4 of the unsalted butters. Then we are all out of our regular butter, our margarine, and so I've got a tub of that. I've got the cat food, the gourmet wet cat food pouches, so I got 2 of those. We seem to go through a lot, and I know that we're going to start weaning them off, but we don't want to do that yet. We want to wait until we get back from Omaha, and then we'll probably let them out and have them start hunting and start weaning them off. Wipes. Baby wipes. I only had like 1 pack left, so I had to get some more of those. And down here are all of my others. So I've got some pull-ups there, 2 packages of pull-ups, a nighttime one and just a regular one. I have slipped on potty training. There's just way too much going on. And so I had to buy an extra one for the month. But one of these days I will get there because it would be so nice to stop buying the pull-ups and only have 1 kid in diapers. Man, that would be amazing, actually. I have the paper towels, the toilet paper, and our large bag of Friskies cat food because we do mix the wet cat food with the dry cat food, and we will probably do that for a little bit yet. Eventually, though, we will get to where they are helping us out with the mice and the snakes and everything else. And this right here costs me $291.73. So I ran to HEB and just grabbed a couple things. Instead of a ham, I got this pork Boston butt roast, bone in. We'll see how that goes. Their hams were about this small, maybe a little smaller, and they were like $35. So I decided not to do that and just get this. This was half that price. We'll see how that tastes, but I'm thinking maybe I could really do this up nice with some seasonings and then make this taste really good. Then I got some French vanilla creamer because I forgot to put that in my HEB order, and I've got some cream cheese here, 2 packages because we're going to make some cookies, and I wasn't sure if they were going to need that. So I grabbed those 2 just in case. And this right here was $23.10. So we did just a quick run to HEB. We were supposed to be in Omaha right now, and that did not happen. We broke down and had to come back. So we will probably be here for a little bit, but I just grabbed enough to get us through until I can do an HEB order. I got a gallon of milk. I'm going to make some oatmeal, I think, in the morning. I've got some chips for tonight and some Chewy bars and fruit grain bars for snacks for the kids. Sean had a little bit of a sweet tooth, and he got these donuts. They're hot cocoa and marshmallow flavor, which is kind of cool. I don't really like hot chocolate, but I know Sean really does. I've got this ginormous can of gourmet nacho cheese. It is my favorite. Some of the kids now love it, and it was half price to buy it in this big can. So I saved myself quite a bit of money by buying it in there. Now I just need to figure out how to store it properly because it tends to get a little watery sometimes. So I'm going to have to figure that out. I got some energy drinks, 2 energy drinks. We were all out of our butter. We go through this really fast. So I got one of those. I've got some eggs. We're going to have breakfast for dinner tonight, but I do have eggs in the fridge. I am going to use some of those tonight and then some of those either tomorrow morning or maybe the next morning. And then I've got some syrup because we are having French toast with our breakfast tonight for dinner. So this right here was $44.61. Okay, another quick run to HEB. I need to just order groceries because these quick runs cost a lot. I've got 2 bags of bread for breakfast, for some toast, 2 energy drinks, some eggs. I wasn't sure how many we had, so I bought another carton of them. Some sausage and some cheese. And I got that stuff so we can have breakfast quesadillas. I have a 50-pack of tortillas still in the cupboard, so we will make those in the morning. And then for dinner, we're going to have cheese dip. So I've got the easy melt cheese, the ground beef, the diced tomatoes with green chilies, and the jalapenos. The kids love those jalapenos. Then I've got 2 bags of the party chips here. And so that will be to make our chips and cheese dip tonight for dinner. And then I grabbed some popcorn for a snack and some bananas because everybody seems to love bananas. And I use them to make Logan's baby food too. This right here was $51.75. This is it, guys. It is the end of the month grocery haul, and we are even wrapping up our year. It's the end of 2022. I have been frugal this month. It's Christmas month, and so I have shopped thinly. Okay, so I have here for breakfast, we have eggs. We usually have eggs and sausage in some form. I think we're going to just do egg, sausage, and toast probably. I have a lot of bread there. So sometimes we do just toast in the morning if we're needing an easy morning. So I have an carton of eggs, 18 eggs. I do have like 2 cartons in the fridge still already from some of the smaller shoppings I did. So those should get us through. And then I have the sausage. I have sausage in the fridge too, or actually in the freezer. And so hopefully that will get us through. The kids love having oatmeal each week, at least once. Sometimes we'll do it twice. So I have the old-fashioned oats there. And then I have our milk. So that, it takes us like, I think I've been using 10 or 11 cups now to make the oatmeal so that way we don't run out. Brown sugar, I don't normally buy that kind, but that was all they had that was on the cheaper end. And so I went ahead and got that one. Hopefully that will get us through. I ended up getting 6 loaves of bread. Okay, this is for not just toast, but we will put that with our lunches too because we can have sandwiches with that. So oatmeal, eggs and sausage. We do already have stuff for muffins. So we might make muffins this time. I have the stuff for pancakes. So we might make pancakes. Breakfast is pretty easy because we have a lot of the baking items and we can do a lot of the baking stuff. Next, lunches over here. We're going to have a lot of sandwiches. I bought some peanut butter, so if we need to, we can have peanut butter and jellies. I have tortillas in the cupboard. We could have quesadillas because I do have cheese. We could do peanut butter and jelly roll-ups with that. Lots of ideas when you have bread and a little maybe cheese or peanut butter. That stuff can go a long ways. The 2 heads of lettuce are for salads. I'm going to try to start off the new year eating a little bit healthier. So I got lettuce for myself to have salad. I already had ranch. I have some bacon bits and things like that I can put on there. These right here are for Gavin because I will give Gavin anything that he will eat. He is getting pickier and pickier, not wanting to eat anything at all. And so I know he'll eat the ravioli, so I got those for him. And I know he'll eat the chili, so I got that for him also for lunch. Then I had a request for beef and cheddars. So I've got this roast beef and the oven roasted turkey breast. Some of the kids like the cheese and ham, some like turkey and ham. So we have like the nacho cheese that we use, and then we put the meat on the buns with the nacho cheese, and the kids love those. We warm them up in the microwave, and they're kind of like an Arby's sandwich. So we are going to do those, and then over here I bought an extra bun, because sometimes sandwiches are just they're just more fun on buns. And so I bought some Black Forest ham too, and some Colby Monterey Jack cheese, which is the kids' favorite. We could do just regular sandwiches that way. We could do our peanut butter and jellies on these. So lots of options here. Even though it looks like it's not much, I actually do have lots of options for lunches, and it helps when you have some things in the pantry. Next are our dinners, and we're going to start off right here because I have a head of cauliflower, I have 2 of the cucumbers, I have a sweet onion, and I have some broccoli. And now the kids do not really like veggies, but I love veggies. And I thought, you know what, if I could just put some veggies in the oven or grill some veggies up, I would definitely eat a lot healthier. So I'm going to try that. Now with the cucumbers, I will have dip. I usually eat those with dip. So there's the ranch dip. I'm going to try that kind. I usually buy the name brand from Walmart. So we're going to see if what that one tastes like. There is the 1 thing of 16-ounce sour cream. That is what this gets mixed into. And so I bought one of those. And then I bought this creamy ranch. It's HEB brand. And I'm going to try this and see how this compares to this, because it's already mixed up and this really isn't that expensive. And so I'm going to see how that tastes. And if it's good, then I'll just start buying that instead. And there is some jalapeno cheddar smoked sausage. I might cook up some of these veggies and then just put in a little bit of sausage. And that, to me, will give it a little bit of protein. It will help fill me up, I feel like. And so I really like the spicy kind too. So I'm going to try that. And then spaghetti. The kids love to have spaghetti. I am not a fan, so maybe I'll have my veggies on the spaghetti night. But I got 2 jars of the sauce, and then I've got 2 bags of the 32-ounce noodles. We may not need both of these, but we might. So sometimes we'll make up extra noodles, and then if we have leftover, the kids like to have butter garlic noodles, and it just gives us an extra dinner or an extra lunch, and it can be really helpful just to have those extra noodles. Then we're going to make bean dip. So I have 2 bags of the party chips. I have 4 cans of the refried beans, 1 can of enchilada sauce, and then our Mexican style shredded cheese. So normally I buy cheddar. I decided to buy this time just to see. I like how they mix the cheeses together, and I think it will just give it a little bit different flavor. So we're having bean dip one night, and then we're going to have chicken and mashed potatoes, and cream of chicken is what we use for our gravy. So I bought 2 boxes of the instant mashed potatoes. Sometimes we'll make our own mashed potatoes. Sometimes the instant is just faster. And so we use the cream of chicken, like I said, for our gravy on the potatoes, and then we will put chicken. I'll cook that in the crock pot, and then we will put that over top of our mashed potatoes. It is so good, and it is one of the kids' favorite dinners. Then baked potato bar. This is so simple, and it's just so easy and fast. And so the kids actually really love it too, and they get to pick their toppings, which is nice. I've got 2 bags of the potatoes. One of these will probably be for baked potato bar, and then one of these we could do like baked potatoes for lunches, or if Sean and I aren't liking a dinner the kids are having, then we could always have a baked potato on the side. I kind of am thinking maybe I'll do that, eat baked potatoes to eat a little bit healthier too in the evenings. I got 2 cartons of sour cream there. I've got the hot dog sauce. I have never seen that, and so we're going to try that and see what that tastes like on our baked potatoes. It's kind of like a chili. And then I've got the 100% bacon pieces. Those will go on our potatoes too. And then we already have like the nacho cheese in our fridge, and there are some other things. We have the barbecue and stuff already. Then we're going to try something new here. So I bought the onion soup. And then I bought the whole kernel corn, so I got 2 cans of that and 1 of the diced tomatoes. I found 2 rice recipes, and I've got like 4 boxes of rice that have been sitting in my pantry, and I didn't know what to do with it. Usually we'll make like chicken and rice, and I just haven't been feeling it. So they have a French onion rice that I thought looked really good, and I only needed the onion soup. And then I also found like a Mexican style rice that has the tomatoes and the corn in it, and I had everything else, and I thought that looked really good too. So we're going to try maybe both of those rice recipes, at least one of them, because I think this week those look really good. Then I bought the hamburger. It is 2 pounds of the ground chuck, and I got that just in case we needed an extra dinner night, or if we wanted to put maybe some of that, I could split that in half and put that in the rice and give it just a little extra boost. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that hamburger. I just thought maybe I was going to need a little bit extra of something, and so I bought that. Then I got the taco seasoning. I actually have 4 of these, and I keep these in my pantry. We haven't been making our own. We need to. We haven't. It's just been a tough couple months. So we will eventually go back to doing that, but that makes it so much easier right now for us. And then back here is our snacks. So I have the chips there. We like to snack on chips. I have the animal crackers. I have the fruit bars. These are like Christian's favorite. Gavin's too. Any kind of bar. And so I bought an extra box of those. We were just about out. I already have granola bars and stuff in the pantry along with popcorn. And then here's our fruit. We've got mandarin oranges. We've got apples. And I bought a ton of bananas. Now I bought bananas yesterday in one of my little small shoppings I did. And the second I walked through the door, they were gone. Everybody took them and ate them. So I bought 4 bundles, and I'm hoping that that will get me through at least half of the week, because I'm sure these will be gone really fast. Applesauce. I bought this for a snack for the kids, but also I bought that for Logan. I thought if I don't get a chance to make my own, I've been making my own baby food, I will have that as a backup. And so we'll see how that goes. I need to look at the ingredients just to make sure, because I've got unsweetened. I always buy unsweetened, and I just want to make sure there's nothing extra that they put in that. But I also got baby food over here, because even though I'm making my own, I have found that I've gotten into a couple jams where I didn't realize I was out, and I had to hurry up and make some, and I had a very unhappy baby because he wanted to eat that moment. So I've got 5 of the baby food there just as a backup, just in case something happens and I run out and I forget. Carrots, those are for the kids to snack on. I also use that to make food for Logan too. Our flour, we go through a lot of flour because we do a lot of baking. So I got 1 of those, and then I've got a baking powder because we were almost out. I found that normally this doesn't happen, but I usually buy the box of 4 of these, and the box of 2 was actually a little bit cheaper to buy this way. You don't see that often, but so I went ahead and got 3 of the unsalted butters, and then as a freebie, and we actually use this anyways, but I've got these free. With every bag of chips I bought, I got a free salsa. So that was a good deal because we actually love this kind and we use it. So I've got 3 of the salsas. And then last down here, I've got my energy drinks, which I need to stop drinking. And they cost me money that I shouldn't be spending. But that's a topic for another day, I guess. So I got my energy drinks. I've got my paper towels. I've got my toilet paper, because these are all essentials. And that wraps up my shopping for the end of the month of December. All this right here cost me $238.79. That is pretty awesome. Well, that is it. That wraps up our month and our year of grocery hauls. So I hope you guys got some great ideas out of the meal ideas that I do. I know I do a lot of similar breakfasts, but we usually really try to change up our lunches and our dinners. So I hope you guys are getting ideas off of that. For the moment of truth on how much I spent for the month of December, and I thought I was going to come out better than this, because I thought I was going to come out better than this, but I didn't, and we are about average. It's kind of normally what we spend. It's a little bit higher, but not by much. So we spent, for the total month of December 2022, we spent $1,835.23. So I am going to continue for 2023 trying to save money on groceries, trying to figure out how to eat healthy, but not have to break the bank to do that. I am on a mission to do that, and I will continue doing that. I will continue bringing you guys great lunch, breakfast, kind of, lunch and dinner ideas for your households. And I hope you guys have a great New Year's, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.